Hola, mis amores. Do you want to see my QQ again? Roscoe's, how you doing tonight? Woo, bitch. It is fucking disgusting outside. You know it's going to be a high of -9 on Wednesday? Should I end it now? What the fuck? Okay. All right. Please give it up for our special guest, Roxxxy Andrews.
Hi. Bitch, we have these fancy little things now.
I know. We got money. We got VH1 budget now.
Wendy Williams and shit, bitch. I like it. Hi, everybody.
And give it up for Jinkx Monsoon.
Goedenacht, kankerhuur.
Gesundheit. All right, Roxxxy has
risen from the dead.
All right, let's get it started. This is already a fucking bizarre episode.
Girl.
I'm kind of liking it. Yeah.
Who was the bald guy who came in and talked to them? What if this was the first episode I'd ever seen? I was like,
Jasmine,
so what's a drag race?
Jasmine Masters was here last week.
Of course she's never seen
And
it.
we were like, what's the last season you've seen all the way through? She's like, oh, none of them. And during the middle of the episode, someone made a joke of Alexis Michelle, and she goes, can I ask a serious question? Who is Alexis Michelle? And the entire audience went, Wah! It was truly awful.
I love that actually happened for BB on All Stars when she was like,
yeah.
Which one's that girl? I can't remember who they were talking
Girl,
about.
they gotta make
There's so many now. And they just
Hi,
really...
everyone.
Hi.
So Roxxxy has been here. This is her record, her 5th time here, more than anyone she's been here. And
I love coming.
Yes. Yeah, oh. Hey. And this is Jinkx's first time at a viewing party with us.
Work!
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like to sit and watch things as a general note.
What's been going on with you, Jinkx?
Just, fabulous things.
Yeah. You're just really high and can't remember anything. Yeah.
No, my edibles just dropped. No.
You
No,
just came off your Christmas show with Ben.
I was just here in Chicago for my Christmas tour with Ben de la Creme.
Did anyone go to that? It was incredible.
To Jesus, thanks for everything, Jinkx and Dela. It's an original title that we came up with. What have you been up to, Roxxxy? I noticed some new things in your mouth.
I've been working. and working, yeah. I took the holidays off. I wanted to be home because I was always doing the Christmas tour with Peter and Murray. So I took the holidays at home, and I haven't
in Orlando
been home since.
All right.
It's your necklace.
We apologize. It's our first time hosting a viewing party here. We'll get the levels right one of these weeks. Fucking Mikey. So yeah, what do you think of the season so far? Have you been watching Jinkx?
Yeah, I watch it religiously.
Yeah. Who do I like to ask a question here? Who do you think is going to win? Second question, who is going to win this season?
Oh. You want my answer?
Yeah. Or no, I guess it should be who do you think is going to win and who do you want to win? That's the question. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm a fucking mess.
Changes everything.
Yeah,
I think I want Manila to win based on, the episodes thus far. And I think the winner will be either Manila or Monet or Trinity. It's the trifecta right there. Those are the ones I think who are pulling in the lead right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roxxxy?
I think for challenges, I think that Trinity should win, but
she is killing it.
Yeah, she's like, I feel like she's in her zone.
Yeah.
Like throughout everything, I feel like she's been doing well. So I think she's who should win and who will win.
And now let's talk about what everyone's thinking. Do we think it should be a fourth skinny white girl being the winner? Because we're all fucking thinking it.
As soon as that lineup came on, Jinkx was like, who will be the new skinny white girl?
I know, when they're like, join the Hall of Fame with these skinny blonde bitches,
It's like, we have more POCs in the cast than ever, but will we do it? Yes, we will.
Here we go.
Oh, girl.
Uh-oh.
I mean, are we just... Oh. Play it.
Oh, it's the
Play
thing.
Play it.
It's that show.
Play it.
It's season 11, bitch.
Hey!
Give them life
so right from head to toe. Bringing that heat when it's 26 below. London, Paris, New York, disco. Blown up TV and radio. Next level vibes so fly you can't ignore. So sky high, she's a super dope.
This season, go wig, or go home.
Since long ago, she got the glow. She overflow. It's stereo. Wherever you go, look out below. She about to blow.
I'm about to lash out.
Intergalactic, Earth to Pluto. Superstar boss all through the cosmos.
Bigger. It's always better. Get dragged into the phenomenon. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11. Coming soon. Only on VH1. Oh, and one more thing. There's a 15th queen.
I'm back with a vengeance.
Hey!
Angie.
Do you guys know any of the queens that are on season 11?
I know some.
Who do you know?
Silky.
Yeah.
Vanjie.
Silky's from here, ladies. Give it up for her. Also, Soju is from here.
Yeah, Soju works in San Francisco all the time and sleeps in my bed when she's there.
Really?
I'm not there,
Oh.
but she's friends with my housemate, so they always let her sleep in my bed. There's nothing sexy there. I'm gone. I'm working.
There's a lot of pageant girls, including 3 girls that are from the Davenport family.
I just love it when the drag queens are named like the same thing as other drag queens. Like, you know, like there's a new Raja. There's a Raja O'Hara. That's 2 other queens that are already.
Well, her name is Raja O'Hara, and in her bio it says Raja O'Hara, and the D is for Davenport, and there's no D in her name. And I guess it's like her silent middle name that she never uses, and they were just trying to fucking shoehorn it in there. They're like, yeah, there's 47 Davenports competing.
It's like Pokemon when they ran out of names, so they went from Pikachu to Pichu to Choo Choo, and then, you know.
Ariel Versace, she's been here. Who else?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Heights. Does anyone
Yeah.
know her? She's been here a bunch. She's incredible.
Yeah, she's great.
She's the Miss Continental.
good.
She's a big pageant girl.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone but Soju, and I've actually never even met Soju. She just sleeps in my bed. So.
What do you think about Miss Vanjie coming back, Jinkx?
I feel things about it. No, I like it. I'm excited because we all want to see is she more than just walking backwards saying her own name? Does she have other tricks? Or is walking backwards the main thing? And I love the commercial because she goes, I'm back with a Vanjie. And it cuts off on Instagram, and then I thought, well, I'm sure when it airs on TV, it says the whole word, but no. She was like, I'm back with a Vanjie.
into a Cialis commercial. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people have seen her though tour, and I know her personally. Like she has a lot to offer. So
yeah, she's spunky.
It's gonna be sickening to see her back.
She was on that Christmas tour, and she was like one of the standouts. She was fucking good, dude.
She's a dancer, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has personality, which is all we really want.
Yeah,
she's
and
crazy,
a tight
bitch.
little body.
She's...
What? You didn't notice?
You are so fucking
Why are you guys
stoned.
so acting like it's so weird that I find people attractive?
And we're back.
I'm actually really excited for this weird, like, Bill Nye the Science Guy alien-themed club I think I would go to.
I think I'd be most into the bee party, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Roxxxy?
What?
Think
No, the bee club sounds fun. The bee, yeah.
It's
I want to
bee.
be in the
hive.
biatch, the VIP.
The VIBH.
Yeah.
The VIV.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What is going on with Valentina? Do you think that she got a sense that she was like about to go home or something, and she's like, all right, I'm just gonna take all my Benadryl at once and just go? Like she's just like fully off the rails.
I think Valentina believes in the secret, and as long as you're positive and you believe it, then it will be, but that's not what the fuck we're seeing.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Well, we're kind of at the point where we've been getting like the catchphrases and then like the forced stuff over and over, and now it's kind of like, all right. Like, I feel like you're just like pulling everyone's string at this point, and they're like saying their catchphrase, and I'm like, all right, I got it.
Well, the thing about Valentina is she seems like she's on a different planet, but it seems very earnest and honest, you know, like she really is feeling that fantasy.
Have you worked with her before?
No, I haven't. I don't think so. No, I went to a club once with her, and then she ditched me after 5 seconds. But no, I think I have friends who've worked with her, and she just really believes in her own fantasy, and that we're all just guests in her fantasy.
Valentina's not used to being like rushed or anything.
No.
It's like everything's on Valentina time, which it's okay if that's what you like. It's just sometimes you don't have 8 hours to get ready, bitch. You got 30 minutes.
She's got a little Alyssa Edwards in there somewhere.
No, bitch. Alyssa's a pageant girl. She knows how to do it. She decides not to.
She just decides not to.
She decides not to. Alyssa's in her own world now, bitch. You can't get her out of it.
No,
I love that fucking bitch.
Like, Valentina's super
love that bitch.
sweet, and she's very, very nice and very genuine. And the fans love her, and it's not up to me to tell the fans what to like. But yeah, I do think she's like Tammy. She's on Planet Valentina.
Yeah.
And we're just lucky to be invited to the show, I guess. But, you know, some people just don't realize we're all the stars of our own movies. That wasn't supposed to be inspirational.
She took the second edible after the commercial
Now
break.
we have this little talk show set up.
All right, raise your
This will
glass.
make things more fun.
All right, cheers. Roxxxy doesn't drink, but cheers, everyone. Thank you for coming out for the weirdest fucking episode of the season. Cheers.
And then the awkward silence as the drag queens get drunk.
Bitch, they're fucking cold. It's Antarctica up in Chicago, bitch.
I know.
You guys are so quiet. Can you just like make noise so I know you're still alive?
There we go.
I know we're only on our B game with banter here tonight, but you can. We need to feed off of your energy. Are you guys liking the episode so far? Oh, I asked you a question and then immediately got distracted by the fact that half my shot just went on my dress.
Yeah.
You see, I got this dress because my daughter's getting married, you see. And
Does she have your name?
Is
she a Monsoon?
There's no real daughter, Roxxxy.
Oh.
It was a joke. I still have to explain my jokes to her. All these.
Why are you bullying me, Jinkx?
To the hottest club
Woo!
from Tokyo to Tuckahoe.
Here's the club,
Tonight, a
bitch.
tour
Woo!
Who was y'all's favorite? Was it Club 96? Was it, what was the one in space? The Black Hole? Or was it the Hive?
Hive.
Yeah, what was y'all's favorite?
96.
Did that, what am I thinking of from Parks and Rec that was reminding me
It's
of?
called the Snake Hole Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot like that.
Yeah, it was like when Aziz Ansari's like explaining anything and nothing makes any sense. Yeah.
When they were like, it could be 69. Oh, no, let's do 96 because it's still sexual, but it's not what you're used to. And it's like, do they know what a 96 is? It's when people turn around in bed and then fart on each other. Oh, I forgot to say how excited I am that Valentina's going to be in Rent. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
And it sounds like the audience is too.
Someone is.
Whoa.
It's going to be great. I actually played that role. Yeah, you know, because Valentina and I are the same type. And no, it's a great show. It is.
Yeah. I fucking hate Rent. Oh my god, I hate
Does-
Rent so bad. Oh, I hate Rent.
I hated it before I had to do it, and I had to learn to love it.
Yeah.
Just like all of my boyfriends.
Have any of you seen the Suzanne Bartsch documentary on Netflix?
I saw that was on there. I want to watch it.
It's fucking great. There's so many people. They filmed it like 3 years ago. Aquaria's on there before she was even on Drag Race.
Before
like,
she was 18.
Yeah. Seriously, she's been doing Suzanne Bartsch parties since 4th grade. Yeah, there's all kinds of people on there. It's fucking great. Yeah. After the show, we are going to have a Q&A, so start thinking of your questions.
Start thinking of your questions.
And then, yes, I promise the answers will be just as good as they've been so far. And then we're going to do the meet and greet is going to start at 10. So right after the show, just line up. That's going to start at 10. Just line up that way. It's in the back bar. Also, performances at 11 and 12. And we're here until 2 in the morning. Right, Jinkx?
Yeah.
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 Right, Roxxxy?
Yeah.
This level of...
You know what's the funny thing is I actually haven't had any weed yet. This is just how I normally am.
Oh, does anyone have a pen? Step right up. Do you? Do you want some?
Oh, no, not right now.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to sing later. I'm a professional. Can I have another shot?
I was like, okay, so then who has edibles? I don't know.
Oh, well, who do you think delivered the best sell of their club?
I liked them all. I feel like they tried to add in a little like we're supposed to not like it, but I thought they were all pretty funny. I was surprised at how Naomi and Valentina's actually did come together.
It's amazing how much we loved it just with Naomi whispering 96 every time. It was like Valentina would go off on some kind of spacey tangent and it would make no sense. Then Naomi would say 96 and suddenly you're like, yes!
I have a feeling that one is going to be in the bottom though. Well, we don't really know how the judging's going, but yeah, I feel like that's going to be the one they don't like.
I think Monique and Monet were the most cohesive together.
Yeah, I think so
And they
too.
started. Well, I don't know if they actually filmed it like that, but...
The only thing I don't believe is that they actually painted those rooms themselves.
No!
They probably started it, and they were like, we'll do it, bitch.
They're
It took the whole day to paint one wall, and then suddenly they walk in, and the clubs look amazing. It's like, who came in and cleaned
Just
up
perfectly
after
painted.
Valentina in a bikini on Naomi's shoulders like Muppet Man. I was like, what is this?
Oh, that was really good.
They were just doing fucking scene work at that point. All right, let's party. All right, what do we think about that runway?
They kind of all turned it in their own way.
Yeah.
I did not like one person.
I didn't like Monique Hearts. With the bananas.
The bananas?
I didn't like the...
You ever seen the Josephine Baker one? Like the actual bananas?
Yeah, but I just didn't think it looked
I like
good.
that.
I don't know. What did you think? Who was y'all's favorite?
Latrice.
Fish Latrice, bitch.
She knew she was coming back swinging with that one.
Does anyone else think that maybe that first ball deflated? Because the first one was... The rest, I mean, it was flawless. It still looked amazing, but it looked like one ball was just like... And I wish Valentina's dress just hung just ever so...
The panty threw me, yeah.
That was weird.
And if the panties are going to show, they should be plastic, right?
Yeah.
Or turquoise, like her...
Unless she was going for a Barbie doll crotch, because she was doing the whole thing.
She could have had a colored panty on.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember Alaska's what was it? Saran wrap. Wasn't it her saran wrap dress? That was cute. That's what it reminded me
You won that
of.
challenge, didn't you?
I did win that challenge, but
yeah.
no, did I? Yeah, that was
You
the
did.
trash.
That was the first
I'll go when we were
challenge.
jumping in dumpsters. Yeah, I forgot about that. No, but it was so funny because when Alaska actually did that, it was all the humidity. It was all kept getting wet on the inside. It was so funny. You had to be there, I guess.
Alaska had a lot of outfits our season that she created for that night, and then by the end of the day, it was destroyed. Like that cotton
candy
thing
challenge,
was
she had
melting off of her.
She snapped that day.
Oh, that was chicken.
What did you think of Monet's gladiator look with the?
I liked it with the clear with all the rhinestones.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yes.
I feel like something was missing, but I really liked where she was going with it. You know what I mean? It was really cool. What?
All right, bitch, with the read. Yes. Love her, but something's missing. Something ain't right.
I mean, yeah, I liked it. I was just I feel like it would have had more of an impact if it was a color, because you couldn't really see all the detail just because you were just seeing her body under.
Kind of like Valentina's panty.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we think of Manila Luzon's cellophane thing?
She's so creative, though. I expected her to have a full-on fucking.
Yeah.
I think
something.
she knows she's safe at this point, so she's like, I'll just kind of like play. Or I guess she brought that from home, so she didn't really know.
I mean, it's very in line with what she's done this season, where she combines like a joke and a reference and fashion. It just didn't like to go right after Latrice in her full latex condom look, you know?
It wasn't.
Oh, I really like Trinity's, though. I could never wear that, but I really like watching it on someone else.
The gum.
Know?
Yeah.
You could wear it,
The
girl.
gum.
Yeah. I almost wish that it was like a bright color because she wears a lot of neons and stuff. I feel like if that was in like a neon blue or pink or something, that it would have been really impactful because that's like what her thing is so much. It was like so subdued for her. No? Okay, cool.
Well, I think it read as gum, and that was kind of the point, so.
Yeah.
Did you say gum?
Gum.
Forrest Gump?
Gum.
Gum?
What did you think of Naomi's the discs?
I felt like it was probably the least, it was the most like, it was basic. It was like, it's funny because it looked amazing, but when everyone else is thinking outside the box, like you can't just wear plastic pallets and call it good. And then the coat was made out of fur.
Welcome, All Stars.
Why is she saying that every week? She's like me on All Stars too, bitch. Don't do it, bitch. No, go ahead.
Well, I can already hear the fans going nuts. Oh, I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm just going to say it. Fuck me if you hate me. But, I mean, I love hate fucking people. But here's the thing. There's a difference between being the fan favorite and being the strongest in the competition. You can be the fan favorite and everyone can love you and we can all think you're amazing and you'll have a long, fruitful career. But if you're just not the strongest in the competition, then people should calm the fuck down if you get eliminated. You know?
I think that's
Like-
fair.
Or if you put them up for elimination, or if you send them home, like, why are people being so... Y'all... And not this isn't anybody in this room, but they're kind of like some of the fans out there nowhere near Chicago are fucking ruining this show for me. It's like the things like the new cast just got released.
Yeah.
And if you go look at the comments, it's just like, girl, y'all
They're
don't even know these people.
They're already getting pressed over 3 seconds of an introduction. It's like, let the queens have an episode or two and then show you they suck.
Yeah, like...
You know? Like, give them a chance to fail.
Well, the
Jeez.
fans feel like the queen's part of the bargain is like, we put everything out there. And then it's like their part of the bargain is like, they tell you every like inch of their brain that they're thinking at that moment, and they have to spew it out onto the internet.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh God, but you're saying hurtful things.
And it's okay to like Jinkx just said, like if Valentina's your favorite, if she doesn't have a good week, you should be able to say, girl, I love her. I don't want her to go home because she sucked this week. You know?
Yeah,
Like, you
you
should
gotta-
be able to say that.
And I mean, look, Alyssa didn't win All Stars, and now she has a fucking Netflix series.
Yeah.
You know, she went into it as a fan favorite. She wasn't the strongest competitor in that season. She went home when she went home, and her life is still amazing. It's like Valentina's on fucking Rent.
Yeah.
So she's, you know, like, so she's in the bottom this week. Calm the fuck down. She's gonna be fine, you know?
It's like-
and you don't need to send death threats to whoever stays this week because your favorite went home. That's idiotic.
It's like you're allowed to have a friend and that friend does something wrong and you go, girl, that was wrong. You don't have to just tell your friend, whatever you do, I'm on your side. That's not, you know, it's just you can still be a rational human consuming a television show and don't have to be, I am downloaded Valentina program. I can only celebrate her. It's like, bro, chill. Anyways.
Bro, chill.
So anyways, what do we think about... Okay, so who do we think is going to go home between Naomi and Valentina? On the
Raise your
fence?
hands. Valentina, raise your hand.
All right, that's
Naomi?
every human in the room, and
All right.
this one girl
Well,
over here. Okay.
Also,
agree.
then, I mean, you got to remember that the queens eliminate who they think should go home. And it seemed pretty much like across the board, everyone realized that Naomi kind of carried the two of them in that challenge.
Yeah.
So how are you going to expect one of the girls to be like, oh, I'm going to get rid of Naomi, even though it was like obvious that Valentina was on Planet Valentina? And I'm saying all this as an audience member. They're both my sisters. I'd sleep with either of them. It's fine. But like as an audience member, you know,
How many times?
also how I sees it.
How many times has Valentina been in the bottom? 3?
3?
Okay, and how many times has Naomi like should have won? Like all of them. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, Naomi
So-
only fell on the bottom when they were all on the bottom.
Yeah.
So
And even then, she didn't really like earn it, you know.
But who do you think is the biggest bottom out of all of them?
Valentina,
Naomi.
Do you think
the bottom
Manila?
two.
No, I'm sure Manila fucks her husband right up the ass.
And on that note, we're back.
Okay, the hand acting, when they're picking their lipsticks, they have to touch every part of the box and then tap on
And
one
they tell
to show
you, they're
you're
like,
really thinking
savor
about
the moment. Like, really think about it and show that you're thinking.
How long do they film you for those?
And then put one on a lipstick and then pause. And then move to the other one. I'm like, girl, what the fuck are y'all telling us?
Latrice was just walking her little fingers along. Which one?
So bad. So, do we think Valentina's going home? Yeah. I have to say, and I said this last week, no shade to Valentina. It might have been her last week, but I'm sick of people pretending to cry and no tears come out of their eyes.
It's an
That is
inside
not-
cry, like New York said that one time.
That is not a thing.
I'm
It
crying
doesn't
on the
happen.
inside.
I'm sick of the acting. I'm like, I'm over it. Anyways.
Girl, Trinity literally said, girl, give me something.
Yeah.
I deserve to stay
love it.
here.
Did you feel like Naomi did more work than you? Well, what was the answer?
I deserve to stay here.
You know, an editing thing that they do is whenever they want us to sympathize with Valentina, they play the Spanish guitar behind her. Every time. And this episode, they didn't. They played Latrice's music, which is more like when they were having the one-on-one. Did anyone notice this? Whenever they want us to get the, ooh, she's wacky. And they haven't been playing the Spanish guitar. So it leads me to believe that they're pushing us away from her. I'm thinking logistically here,
Oh my
people.
God.
I don't want to start anything, but I'm just going to let y'all know on a little secret. I'm not trying to boast myself or make my head big or anything. But I started the little conversation things on All
yeah?
Stars.
Really?
Yeah, bitch. They kind of, not that they didn't have any idea of what we were going to do in that room when we went in, but I was like, I watch a lot of reality television, bitch. So I was like, well, bitch, I want to talk to these fuckers. Like, tell me why I should keep you. So, right? It's only smart. So, bitch, they had to set up the couches, and they're like, this is a great idea, bitch. And now everybody fucking does
You
it.
better get your producer's credit, bitch.
Yeah.
I didn't, bitch. But I am still getting royalty checks from Read You Wrote You, so thank you. And I'm here to
Really?
make that clear.
She said it! I love what you were saying about the music, though, because Alaska and I joke about that all the time. Like, on our season, when we'd be walking into the workroom, it would be like Roxxxy would be walking in, and they'd be playing like, bow, 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 bow. And then I walk in, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to sway you and put you like in that girl's universe, and they're not trying
Yeah.
to put us in Valentina's universe tonight.
Oh, they don't have Charo on retainer just to play guitar off to the side. Did you know she's a classical guitarist? Okay, good.
Charo?
I'm just making sure you know. Yeah, Charo. She's my favorite classical guitarist.
All right.
She's in the top 3 at least. of classical guitarists.
So off the rails. Shall we do one last cheers before we figure out who's
Sure.
going home? All right, raise your glasses. Thank you for coming to Roscoe tonight. Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you for braving the storm.
To be here with us, bitch, because it's fucking Antarctica.
Meanwhile, there's a commercial about suicide playing, and we're all just like, woo, let's drink.
Do y'all like Drag Race on
Hey,
Fridays?
it's me. Oh, well, that's not me.
Never mind, that one, no one. Thorgy.
Thorgy.
Wait, so you're coming back to the haters roast then, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be doing the haters roast again this year. It's, I spent the whole year making fun of myself. It's fun to actually like turn it around once in a while and make fun of other people.
Yeah.
There's
so-
you right there, Jinkx.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yay!
So is Derek Barry signed on to the tour? Definitely? Because I'm trying to figure out if I'm going or not.
No.
Oh, my God.
No. Oh, I love they had to blur out Willem's
Her
ass.
butt.
No, I have fun with the haters roast. Here's the way I feel about
Bianca's
it.
blonde?
Hey!
The way I feel about roasting is it's important for us to be able to have, oh God.
Iconic.
It's important for us to be able to have fun with each other and, laugh at ourselves before our actual oppressors and our actual enemies get to make the joke about us,
Yes. All right, how do we like this week's show, ladies? What'd you think about that?
Jinx.
It was fun.
I have to say, I feel like they did some editing limbo to make Trinity's not funny because I thought it was so funny. And
RuPaul was almost popping her fucking tape to hold her face up. She was laughing so hard.
yeah,
I think they wanted Latrice to get it.
They wanted her to get the redemption, which I get. Get your money, girl. Yeah. Good episode.
I feel two ways about it because I feel like drag queens were allowed to make a joke and we're allowed to poke fun at things, and that's what drag is. But more so than that, I feel like drag is about celebrating female bodies, not shaming them. So I'm kind of sick of the fat suits. I'm sick of the old lady suits. There's other ways to be funny. Yeah, it's just it's low hanging. Oh God. But no, I mean I got into drag because I love the female form and femininity, and so I never really enjoy making fun of it, I guess,
Work. All right.
Work.
Work dish. At this point, we will reveal who our guests are for next week. DJ, hit it. Our guests are Thorgy Thor and Manila Luzon. We also have a surprise guest. I can tell you, you are not going to be disappointed. So next week's going to be fucking insane. We are now going to do a Q&A. We ask that your questions be good. Also, we are doing a meet and greet at 10 o'clock. So after the Q&A, you can line up for the meet and greet. It's in the back. And that's going to be at 10. And it's $5. $5, and you pay for that when you're in line. You can pay with a card. Also, performances at 11 and 12. If you have a question, raise your hand, and I'll just start with one side of the audience and go to the other. You don't need to keep your hand up the whole time. I always start this side, but I'm going to start this side today, okay, ladies? All right. Oh, it's so hard for you. This is the worst thing to ever happen to you. This is so awful. This is your Stonewall. Okay. All right. You ready, ladies?
Yes.
People
Your energy
died.
is truly infectious, yeah. Okay, hi, what's your question? Yeah, take your free shit. What's your question?
Do you hold the microphone?
I hold the mic.
Okay. If you guys had to come up with a club for this challenge, what would you guys have done?
Ooh, what's your dream club? Yeah, take something free.
Oh, I'll just go on brand and say maybe a 1920s prohibition speakeasy, where everyone's dressed like flappers and there's a piano player and I don't know. But I mean, that's my go-to for everything, antiquated.
And I would have probably been on the bottom with Naomi and
Club peanut butter.
Club peanut butter. There we go. Thick and juicy. Come on in, bitch. And we'll serve food, bitch. That's what I would do.
And mine would be Roscoe's here in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you. Do we have one over here? Nope. Okay. Fuck y'all then. All right. Hello. Coming back. Also, we are giving out free VH1 merchandise. Yes, I know.
Word.
I know. Hello. What's your question? What? Okay. Well, what's your question?
What does queer mean to you?
Different. Being different, I think.
Yeah.
If you're queer, you're different. You're not like the ordinary. That's what
I was raised in a very progressive, liberal, queer city called Portland, Oregon. And so I came out at 14, and there was a teenage queer teen rec center that I went to all the time. So, at age 14, I had other friends who were gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual, and we always used the word queer as empowerment for ourselves, and then also as an umbrella term that encapsulates everyone who is not heteronormative and straight, I guess, So I know some people have a different experience with that word, and it's a trigger word to them, but I think we need to put it in context, if someone has a bad experience with that word, be sensitive to that and try to recognize that. But then also let us celebrate the word if that's how we were raised using it, you know?
Make it a good word. A word is what you make of it.
Yeah.
All right. Question? No. Okay. Hi. Hi. What's your question?
Hi, my question's for Jinkx. You have cartoons and vodka and coffee and wine.
Uh-huh.
Are you planning on making an ode to marijuana, and what will you pair with it?
Like weed and video games, probably. That's another thing I do constantly. Well, thank you for giving me an idea for my next album. My next album is, down the line, but we want to do kind of like a Summer of '69, the Summer of Love, like Janis Joplin homage, and do kind of like a hippie acid rock album for our next one. And weed and video games goes right in with that.
Hello, what's your question?
My question is for Jinkx Monsoon. You voiced the gem Emerald on Steven Universe, and I've heard that working with Rebecca Sugar and voicing a gem is a really wonderful experience. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about voicing Emerald.
Well, first of all, Rebecca was just amazing to work with that day because... So I started like spamming her on Twitter saying like, please put me in your show. And then 2 years later she did. And she told me that she saw like the first post I wrote about it, but waited until there was a character she thought that like was big enough for my loud Disney villainous voice. And I really like voice acting. It's like doing drag without having to get into drag, which I'm really happy about.
All right. Hello, what's your question?
1, Roxxxy, I love your hair. And 2, Jinkx, may I have one of your edibles?
Oh, God.
They're not gluten-free. Is that okay?
I gave you a free VH1 hat for that? All right, ladies. Excuse me. Hi, what's your question?
Hi. If you two were in the episode last week, who would you have challenged for lip sync?
Ooh, who would you have challenged for the lip sync?
Like if we were the returning
queens?
Are
they returning or are they already on the show?
What?
Are they the returning queens?
Or just anyone? Like
if they were eliminated, who would you have challenged?
And we were on this cast of All-Stars.
Yeah.
He just wanted his VH1 hat, so he didn't really think out the
I would have challenged Pheromone and showed her how to really do a burlesque. Just saying. No, just kidding. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, now y'all got questions over here.
No.
Okay.
I guess I would have challenged Gia.
Why Gia, Jinkx? Why?
Just because I don't like all the drama that she brought constantly, so I would have just done it to laugh at her. No, I'm just... No. It's just such a silly... The whole thing of eliminating your sisters is the hardest thing about All Stars because, even though it's a competition, we all do really like... This moment you're on Drag Race and do the show and then start touring, we all actually do treat each other like sisters. I have zero beef with any queen. We all get along great. So I don't really want to crush anyone's dreams,
What about Robbie Turner?
Well, that's a loaded topic. It's a very loaded discussion. But we've always been really good friends, and I wish the best for her.
Has anyone talked to her lately?
I check in with her now and then again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Robbie Turner?
I have a serious question.
I am
hello.
Jasmine Masters.
What is your question?
So I have a question regarding All Stars. Do you think queens have more into account relationships or like actual talent when decided who goes to go home?
I would hope it would be talent, I would hope talent is the ultimate factor in all of this. And but I know that personal relationships come into it. Sometimes your sister lends you a shirt and you got to pay her back,
Listen, bitch. No. The thing with All Stars, I wanted to go back to what Latrice, how emotional it is, because you win the lip sync and you're like, fuck yes, and then you're like, fuck, now I gotta send somebody home. It really is emotional like that. Like that's not played out. But what was the question?
Do you think it's more based on talent?
No,
or
it just depends because we started our season of All Stars. We're like, okay, whoever we think the judges would have eliminated, we're gonna eliminate. But then, like halfway through, Alyssa got the right the right idea, and she's like, well, it's kind of like a report card kind of thing. But they want us. They thought by doing this, we were gonna like form like alliances and be like, well, fuck that bitch. She's the biggest competition. Let's send her home. But everybody's more worried. I'm just being honest. Everybody's worried about sending home somebody that America likes.
I was gonna say, I feel like that is really looming over the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, am I gonna send home Valentina or Latrice? Am I gonna piss off the fans and then have to get an inbox full of "fuck you"?
And
bitch,
that goes
die.
back. Yeah, and that goes back to the how you guys are, like not you guys or anybody in Chicago.
Or watching on YouTube currently. Make sure to
or watching on
subscribe and
YouTube.
like.
But if you ruin the show, like we're worried. We don't want America to hate us, so we're not playing to our full potential and our full having fun of it because it's not fun when people are writing some of the things that they do. So,
which is what I think is so ridiculous. Is first of all, the queens don't decide the rules. Like the producers decide that the queens are going to eliminate each other. So how about you take that into factor? And we also only get to see a slice of what's happening there, So the people who go off on the queens as if like it's this big calculated maneuver specifically designed to piss you off, it's so ridiculous to behave that way. I think everyone should just watch the show and enjoy it and tweet about the dresses, Because watching Drag Race does not make you an expert on drag, okay? 15 years of experience makes you an expert on drag, all right?
Jinkx, would you ever go back and do...
Oh, hell yeah. I want to show everyone I still got it. Your mom's still cool.
they need to do a Champions.
Roxxxy, would you ever go back and do another All Stars?
No.
No. That's fair.
Only because like I'm not gonna beg for that fucking crown, girl. Like, but I do understand why Latrice and Manila went because it was a whole different game this time around.
Yeah.
So if I was them and I saw how they did All Stars 2, I'd be like, well, bitch, why didn't we get to fucking do that? But a third time, I think it's like I think there's so many other people that should be on All Stars, and until I see those people, then I would think about going back in.
Well, what I could also say, though, is you went on All Stars 2 with a mission, and you accomplished your mission, so why go fuck with that, You were fantastic.
Thank you.
Who do you want to see on All Stars 5, then?
Girl,
Was that your Wait, hold on. We have a question from the audience. Hi, what's your question?
That leads perfectly into my next question. Who other than yourself do you want to see on the next All Stars?
Oh my God, a psychic connection. Okay.
Girl, J. Jolie. Like, if y'all don't follow J. Jolie, go see what kind of drag. If you don't remember who she is, I'm sorry. You need to go look her up.
She's killing it.
She's on season 5. She's literally phenomenal. There's so many people.
I'd love to see Sonique. I'd love to see Jiggly.
Yes.
Gia broke open, or she kicked down the door and said, trans drag queens have always been a part of our community. And, there are people who complain about, like, the way Gia was constantly stirring the pot and, like, getting into people's heads and stuff. But here's how I feel about it, is you don't ask a trans woman to go on TV and then represent every single trans woman and expect her to have to, like, constantly be giving pageant answers. Let her be herself. That's progress, Let her go on and be herself. If she wants to be a pot-stirring bitch, more power to her. So, but yeah, I'd like to see Sonique and Jiggly, and I'd love to see Tammy Brown again.
Yes.
Aw, Tammy.
Anyone from the more recent seasons?
No.
Nope, no.
No, Shea Coulee. I would love to
Yes,
we
shame.
have to. Kimchi.
But once again, it goes back to the fucking fans, which are nowhere in Chicago. But you get scared. You get scared that going back, will it fuck up my image? Will I go home first and make me feel like, less than?
That's my biggest reservation, is because I had, a pretty great run on our season. I won. I felt great about it. And I think often, like, if I went on, what would be the most compelling story to tell? She's a bitch now, So I'd feel like I'd have to go on and just really be like, the entire time, so they couldn't, like, weave a new story out of me. But, I don't...
She's not the old Jinkx. What happened to Jinkx? Well, bitch, it's been 7 years. How do you expect Jinkx to be the same?
It's been 7 years and 3 dress sizes. She's different now.
Hello, what's your question?
My question is for Roxxxy. First of all, you're so fucking fierce, and I love you, bitch.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Okay, so your verse in Read You Wrote You is iconic now.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it, like, after being on All Stars?
Look, I was going up. Alaska was killing All Stars too. Like being there, we were like, girl, there's just no competition. So I knew that her and Katya, they're so smart at that kind of stuff. And then Detox, I was like, well, bitch, I'm just gonna take the stupid route. And I had been in the bottom so much, girl. I'm like, girl, I can't fail, bitch. What am I gonna be on the bottom? So I just did my verse, and I think people loved it because it was so cheesy and it was so dumb, and it just. Thank you though, but thank you everybody who likes it because I enjoyed it.
My favorite meme that came from it is it's your face on Daniel Franzese's body from Mean Girls, and it's that scene where they're doing the confessional in the gym, and it's Roxy's face from back in the day, and it says, "But she doesn't even make it clear."
Girl, right now, where is it? Paris, that they're doing all the fashion shows. One of the designers did all these beautiful crinoline gowns, and they wrote things on there. And one of them said "I'm sorry, I'm late. I really just didn't want to come." And somebody took the fucking dress that they did, and they wrote, "I'm Roxxxy Andrews, and I'm here to make a career" on the fucking dress. It's sickening. Look at. I'm tagged on Instagram.
Hello, what's your question?
Thank you. My question is a two-part for Ms. Monsoon, but is Ms. Andrews and Ms. Rex adjacent? You hate me.
No, I don't hate you. I just with all the storyline and we just started. I let her rip, yeah.
The first part is, are you more Helen Sharp or more Madeline Ashton nowadays?
Oh, I've always identified with Madeline Ashton the most. I think out of drag I'm Helen Sharp, and in drag I'm Madeline Ashton, and that applies because I do have dissociative identity disorder, obviously.
My second part is, would you like to recreate your Death Becomes Her photo shoot with Ms. Andrews as Liesl von Ruman and Ms. Rex as...
the guy? Fuck you.
That would be fun.
I will be your Bruce Willis.
Yeah, well, Death Becomes Her is one of the main reasons I do drag now, because I started watching it at age 6, and I just knew I wanted to be those women when I grew up. So I'll recreate that photo shoot as many times as people let me.
You and
Ben de la Creme.
No. But
Peaches Christ.
No, you and oh my God, I'm gonna stop saying what I was gonna say, and I'll tell you later.
Alexis Michelle.
No. Oh my God, Ivy Winters.
Ivy Winters.
You and Ivy Winters doing it though was so fucking phenomenal.
We had
that
so
picture
much
is
fun
so
doing
stunning.
That.
So honored to be the Bruce Willis of this function. Hi, what's your question?
So my question is for both of you. Who are your biggest drag inspirations, like from back in the day or modern or whoever?
Mine was my drag mother, Erica Andrews. Woo! And, yeah, if you guys don't know who she is, look her up on YouTube. She passed away, but she was one of the most phenomenal entertainers that I have ever known. And she was a trans woman, and during the day you would not know she was trans. Like, she was just that unclockable. But when she did drag, which is what I loved, is that she got into hi-ho fucking drag. She didn't go out there with a little teaspoon of mascara, Carmen Correa. And she put on the fucking wigs, and I just love big drag, and I just loved her. That was one of my...
Mine was all the live singing drag queens like Farley Jean Merman and Dina Martina and Lady Bunny. And then my very most favorite drag inspiration is a performer named Craig Russell, who passed away, I think, in the early 90s. And Craig did impersonations, but all of them live. So he would transform his voice from person to person, in a moment's notice on stage. And you can look it up on YouTube. Craig Russell, the Amsterdam live concert is the most amazing thing ever. And that's what got me into wanting to do impersonation.
Hello, what's your question?
Hi, Roxxxy. Hi, Jinkx. Go Seattle. What was your favorite moment that didn't get aired in either of your seasons?
Oh, this is easy. I'll relate it to Roxxxy. They were trying so hard to push our fight, and they didn't need to try. I mean, we were in competition with each other. What I love is that Roxxxy and I would go at it during the day when the cameras were on, and then the cameras would turn off, and we'd be like, okay, well, that's the show, but we're still human beings. We would go eat at Whataburger together, and just be fine with each other. And the drama was real, but it wasn't everything, you know?
It's like when you fight with a brother or sister, and then at the end of the day, you have to sit and have dinner with the family.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay. Like, it's not that
We were
fucking
always
serious.
okay.
Yeah.
And even in the midst of our rivalry and our feuding, I was having some frustration with my wig when we were doing the veteran makeover challenge, and Roxxxy came over and helped me out with the wig, and then lent me a feather boa to put on my veteran, and then still
They
told
didn't
me
air
the
that.
look was a hot mess.
My favorite was, you guys didn't see this, but that last day, none of us were talking. So like, and they just, all day long, they're like, ladies, we need to talk. We're like, get the fuck out of here, we can't be bothered. Like, we were just so ready to snap at anybody. And then that was the day that it was like, Roxxxy, what was your favorite moment
Okay,
of
'cause
season 5? And I was like, when you were in the bottom, bitch, how's that for drama? Is that good for you guys?
Because literally, Alaska left to use the restroom and shave, and we were in the workroom together for a good 30 minutes, complete silence. And one of the producers comes in and goes, Jinkx, you have to engage Roxxxy in conversation. I went, no, I won't. I don't want to. And they were like, it doesn't have to be about your rivalry. It can be something positive. And I go, okay, Roxxxy, what was your favorite moment of this competition? Seeing you in the bottom 2. And then I was like, this is why I didn't want to talk to her.
Girl, we had it, girl. It was way too fucking long, and I had just...
But we still ate at Whataburger that night.
Wait, Roxxxy, didn't you shave Jinkx's back or something?
Yes! They didn't show that either. They just showed...
They didn't show anything that supported the fact that we actually liked each other, you know?
We really hated Serena Cha-Cha. That's another person I would love to see on All Stars. Like, she's been doing so well, too. She'd probably go home first or second, but I'd love to see her.
She's been through like 3 or 4 Pokemon evolutions since our season, you know? She's Vaporeon now.
Hello, what's your question?
Hi, this is a very different sort of question, but imagine some rabid asshole walked up to you and said, why should they support in like Drag Race? What would you say?
A Trump supporter?
And they were a Trump supporter? We're not interested, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. No,
Keep it.
I would say because it's something, are they straight or gay? Are they just anybody? I think it's a very enjoyable TV show. I think that it's something different that you don't get to see. It's like all of them put together. I wish they would have a fucking house already, because I feel like that's where the drama would really happen.
Yeah.
But
I think the best thing about Drag Race is that it shows the humanity behind the persona. You know, drag is all about artifice, but we're also real human beings under the makeup and everything. And I think that's why we're seeing this like new way of embracing the queer community and the representation we're being given, not just on Drag Race, but now like drag queens are being used in everything. Queer people are being given lead characters in TV shows because we are no longer being seen as one-dimensional archetypes. We're being seen as human beings. Because guess what? We're human beings!
those are some big words, Jinkx.
Human!
Have they ever talked about putting the girls in a house? Because you talked about that. Has that ever like been going
It's
around?
always a rumor, like, oh,
Yeah.
this season is a house, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why aren't y'all capitalizing on this? And it's VH1, like you guys own MTV runs it too. It's like you've had Real World, you've had everything. Bitch, put some drag queens and give them alcohol in the fucking house.
Yes.
Like
says the girl who doesn't drink. She's like, give everyone else alcohol.
I said it before. Yes, bitch. I said it before. I want to do a bad girls version of RuPaul's Drag Race. And let us be how we really want to be.
Yeah.
Put me in a room with Gia, bitch.
Hey!
No, I love Gia. I'm just saying, if she was drunk and then started Miss thing, it'd be over.
Hi,
Jinkx can host it.
What's your question?
Where do y'all see the future of drag going, or where do you want to see it go?
Where do you want to see the future of drag?
I want to see the future of drag. This is something I've been talking about a lot recently, but like we're seeing more and more drag queens playing roles in TV shows and in blockbuster films like A Star Is Born and Ginger and Dumplin'. You know, like we're seeing all this new representation, but I think that people are writing for drag queens still in a very like one-dimensional way. You know, like even RuPaul was on Grace and Frankie, and RuPaul's first line coming into the scene is like, "I do not hide, I do not seek, I do not peek, and if you're a child, I hate children," and da da da. And it's like, I'm pretty sure a person in that situation would walk in and go, "Hello, who's in my house?" You know, like I wish drag queens could be represented in the media like normal human beings with emotions and a gamut of, you know, complexities, rather than just constantly being dick jokes, you know, like constantly being like, "I have balls. Does this dress make my dick look big? Wop, 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 a doo. I'm a drag queen," you know, like write us some roles where we actually get to be multidimensional, multifaceted people, you know?
Or include different parts of our community. Yeah. It's not just, drag is not just for certain people. There's, you know, bio queens and trans. And I know Gia made like an impact, like because she was the first, or was it Peppermint? I don't know. But either, Kylie, Sonique. I don't know. I just want to see more of our community. I feel like we have so much more to offer where it's kind of getting like one-dimensional. I'm not trying to be shady because I love the show, but I want to see different shit on there.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been an ongoing thing, but like, where's the TV? I don't think Drag Race should have to include every different type of drag performer. You know, like I don't think Drag Race has to start folding in drag kings into the mix. I think drag kings should have their own show, because not one TV show should have to speak for the entire community. Just give us more representation, you know? Make a drag king show. Make a show for people who do hyper feminine or hyper masculine, but they are the gender that they're presenting, you know? Like, we need more representation so that people don't look at Drag Race like it has to be the voice for everyone, because no one person or no one TV show should speak for a multifaceted community like ours. We need much, much more representation.
Boom, roasted. All right, hi, what's your question?
So coming off of that,
Well, you're talking kind of far away. I need you to enunciate and talk louder. Yeah, theater kids, come on.
Okay. Anyway, we all love all the Rue Girls, but what are some local drag performers that you guys love that we should all know about, either in your own city or someone you've worked with outside of that?
Oh my God, even touring for so long, we've met so many people even outside of our own cities that we wish. Nina West has been somebody that I've loved for a very long time.
9 seasons of auditioning.
And Tranika's another one. Like, I'm serious. There's so many girls out there that I wish they had the opportunity. Nina just happened to have made it. But it's just like a waiting game till they fucking get on. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of drag legends that made it as big as you can possibly make it before there was a TV show celebrating drag. And now they're so long in the game, they don't want to go on to a competition where they're treated like newcomers, you know, where they're just starting out.
Heckelina,
Varla Jean Merman,
Peaches,
Dina Martina, Coco Peru, Peaches Christ.
Lady Bunny.
Yeah.
Peaches Christ, it's amazing. Lady Bunny's on that show though, but there's so many queens.
On last episode. No, I want to see her fucking compete, bitch.
But there's like, if you love drag, but your knowledge of drag stops at Drag Race, then you've got a lot more homework to do, because it's all out there, you know. There's so many legends who helped shape the drag community to where it is today. Oh, Calpurnia Adams. Yes. She had a dating show once.
It was very bad. Yes. Very, very bad.
But there's just so many people who have been doing it for years and paved this way for us who no one would know because they've never been on Drag Race. So I think people need to do their homework if they really love drag as much as they say they do.
Yes. It's like Trixie said, it's like you can't say that you love music and the only things that you listen to are from American Idol.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, my favorite is David Archuleta, but that's otherwise. Hello, what's your question? We'll do a couple more and we're going to wrap it up. Hello.
So speaking to going back to mainstream drag and like how it's been moved from Logo to VH1, was that a smart move on Drag Race's part from moving from Logo to VH1, or do you think that's hurt drag in a sense?
I think it's good. I think it's the more viewers, the better. And not everybody had Logo, to watch it, which is what made a lot of the viewing parties so popular at the clubs because they would get Logo and show it like here at Roscoe's. Well, but yeah, I feel the only thing is it's kind of sad that the viewing parties around the country have gotten less and less because it's on a Friday that, it's their regular night, so not everybody does them anymore.
Drag Race is the lowest rated show on VH1. It gets like half the viewers of Love and Hip Hop. Like the lowest rated Love and Hip Hop gets like 1.7 or something like that. And Drag Race is like hasn't broken 1 million in like a minute. Like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, you guys don't know this. It's the lowest rated show on VH1. On Logo, it was crazy. It was great. And it's still getting bigger ratings than it was getting on Logo, but it's still, I mean, in our universe, we're like, it's the end all be all, but it's not.
No wonder the budget for that new season, it looks like that.
Oh, the Muppet Show, you mean? The one they premiered yesterday?
I'm not saying nothing. Hi, YouTube, wherever you are.
That was a mess. All right. Am I the only one that looks at ratings? Okay, cool. Hi. I'm a nerd. All right. Do we have any more questions? And we'll wrap it up. Any more questions? All right. Thank you so much for being
There's one right there. He was raising his hand.
He is?
Yeah.
Where?
You just
oh,
don't see
hi.
him.
He's so meek. Okay, we'll close it out with you. Get over here. Come on. Hi. What's your question?
No, just what you said before. Like, what do you think is needed to increase the ratings?
Oh, what will increase ratings? Oh, I
Get
think
a house.
Get a house, yeah.
Get
Well,
a
I think
house.
it's so ingrained in moments like shows like this where everyone comes into one place and watches this show because for so long they couldn't watch it at home because no one had Logo. We're just used to watching it. I mean, it's probably one of the most social shows. And, like, there's not a Love and Hip Hop fucking con, right? Like, they're making tons of money off the back end off the thing, but they're not making the traditional money that they would. I don't know. We're talking logistics, ladies. Logistics is my kink. Everyone's like, I could care less about fucking ratings.
I think the biggest thing is it needs to be for us, by us, because I think one thing we saw, especially the first season that VH1 was housing Drag Race, is that they took a show that was always created for queer people by queer people, and then they started putting their like commercial straight spin on it, and then it was like when they were doing the 90210 challenge, and I was like, who is this speaking to in our community? Like, let us do our thing because we're the ones who made it successful. Don't start putting your straight fingers in it and try and ruin our goddamn show. I have a game for you all to play. It's called the Giagun game, where you say the meanest thing you can to your best friend, and then when they get upset, you go, what? I love her so much. I love her so much.
All right.
What? She's leaving. What?
All right. Well, we thank all of you straight fingers for coming out tonight. Please make some noise for Jinkx Monsoon and Roxxxy Andrews.